Good morning. So I am back to Ivy House. There's 17 of us fishing. I've drawn peg two, which I think's a decent area, but who knows where the fish are going to be. There's 17 of us fishing, so every peg's in but 17. So there's 18 pegs for those who don't know. Peg 17's pretty much like it basically is opposite sort of peg one, really. So obviously that's going to give me a tiny bit of room as well. Smithy, aka the tea bag, is on peg one. Now, I mean by tea bag is they're using what do you call it, EVA, PVA bags. So it's nothing like dirty or anything like that. They aren't using literally tea bags, as in PG tips or Tetley or anything like that. You might think that might sound obvious, but one day I won't mention any names. Well, one of my mates, I said, "Look, mate, you need to get a tiny bit of oil on your pellets." He's like, "All right, yeah, yeah." And I just took for granted that he would, just get like fishing oil, as in, salmon oil or something like that. And then he gets 15, was it 1540 or 1040 oil? And he's like, "Is this all right?" And I'm like, trying to keep a straight face. And I went, "Nah, sorry, mate, and fully synthetic." He's like, "Oh, damn." Hey, if you don't believe me on that for a story, it's quite funny. But anyway, so Smith has been having one hell of a run on his tea bag and basically loose feeding pellets over the top. So the man to beat without a doubt. So I've started on a method feeder, which has been all right to be fair. So I've had a few small carp to begin with. This one's giving me the runaround. This was literally first chuck. Then I caught a skimmer on it, and that's sort of like a telltale sign maybe to sort of get off it. And my pace line was like blowing quite well. But I thought I'd leave it and try and fish this method because I feel that if I just come off this, I'm just going to give Smithy everything, if that makes sense. So you sort of got to play the game a little bit. So if I didn't chuck this to begin with, I feel Smithy would have drawn even more fish into his area. So um, maybe me fishing rods this weekend is probably a good idea. Suffering a bit of a bad back. So, it's only a comfortable chuck. So just fishing an inline feeder. So ICM, like a little heart feeder, 16 gram, 018 hook length, an 18 hook, and what you call it, a micro Drennan bait band. So they're pretty decent because you can get 4 mil pellets, even an 8 mil pellet around it. So happy days. Now I've been mindful. My start was all right, but the lake sort of did slow down around our sort of area. So I've had sort of £13 on the method. And to be fair, it's probably a tiny bit less. Them carp weighed a bit less than I thought in reflection, because obviously this is a voiceover. Now looking round, I'm thinking, right, I could see Rob was catching, and Andy, the owner, Lloyd, said that they were catching. Paul Baker caught really well in the first hour. It's probably had 35 to £40, just fishing short on hard pellets. I think 8 mils, to be honest. So maybe there's some fish in that area. Now, if paying top three, you've got to be realistic, and they plays one of the silvers. So I feel maybe, and Smith is catching to my left, which is beating me. I'm thinking, I feel I'm going to fill the gap in the middle, catch some skimmers, and then go from there. Now, you've got to be careful because I've done this before. You're trying to get greedy and try and frame in both or win both, and that can backfire, and you end up winning nothing. So sometimes it's better to do one method well and sort of guarantee that you're gonna win that. So either like frame in a match, overall weight, top three, or you're gonna win the silvers. I only pay one in the silvers, mind. Skimmers were quite small. That's probably one of the better ones, sort of like 10 ounce. I had nothing above a pound, so I ended up with £20 of skimmers, which was decent. A bit more than I. But I wanted to give myself a chance of doing well in the match. So I put 5 big cups of bait in. So Blitz mix, so hinders, mix very damp, and then a big pot of maggots basically. So I've been ultra positive, thinking it's almost like a throwaway line. I didn't think that they would come to it. And fair play, they come to it within about 10 minutes of me feeding it. And then what I'd do then is I'd only feed maggots on top after every fish. And if you felt they've drifted away, then I'd feed ground bait to try and pull them back. Anyway, if you want to watch all of it, then you can, because I ain't going to cut it, but I am going to stop talking. So basically, what I've done is caught, well, I think I had 5, lost 1, and then that was it. They never come back. I had a big grassy come down the edge to my right, but never caught it. Come twice. It's like just teasing me. But to my right, it's ever so shallow. To my left, tight against the bank. I was quite surprised. Maybe 14 inch. So not a bad depth considering, we hadn't had no rain for ages. And unfortunately, the lakes, I'm guessing, are about 2 foot down. So, an interesting match, to be fair. I think quite a few people would have come away thinking, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. So, Rob Guppy won it with £116. Gary Etheridge was second with £88. And Paul Fairplay had £81. And then Smithy next to me had 73. I had 67. John Walker had 64. And I'm not sure who was after that, but I put all the weights up anyway at the end of the video. Thought.